Today, the word Kama attracts a lot of attention and raises eyebrows. In Sanskrit, Kama means love, desire, sensuality, and longing. In Hinduism, the Lord who embodies all these four qualities is Kamadeva, the god of love. The beauty of love lies in the way it can bewitch the mind. The feeling of love, desire, and longing can be deeply deceptive and deceptively beautiful. At one point, it can make you feel as if you're riding the clouds. The next second, it can cause immense pain. This invisible yet most powerful force in the world is what Lord Kamadeva plays with. That is why he is also known as Manmath, the one who churns the heart, Madana, the intoxicating one, and Ananga, the intangible one. According to popular sources, Kama is one of the manasputra or mind-born sons of the creator god Brahma. In the most common narrative, after Brahma creates all the Prajapatis, and a maiden named Sandhya, an extremely handsome and youthful man emerges from his mind and enquires Brahma about the purpose of his birth. Brahma names him Kama and orders him to spread love in the world by shooting his flower arrows. Kama decides to first use his arrow against Brahma and shoots him with his floral arrows. Brahma becomes attracted to Sandhya and desires for her. The Prajapati Dharma becomes worried by this and calls the god Shiva, who watches them and laughs at both Brahma and Kama. Brahma regains consciousness and curses Kama to be burnt to ashes by Shiva in the future. However, on Kama's pleading, Brahma assures him that he will be reborn. In a later version of the story, found in the Skanda Purana, Brahma creates Kama from his mind to ignite passion in the Prajapati after they refuse to procreate. In the Taittiriya Brahmana and the epic Mahabharata, Kama is mentioned as the son of Dharma, the god of righteousness. His mother is mentioned to be Dharma's wife, Shraddha. Kama has two wives, Rati and Priti. While Rati is well known for her ravishing beauty that can even distract the saints, little is known about Priti, who is a personification of affectionate love. The mention of Kamadeva goes back to the ancient Rig Veda. He is the one of the few deities who gained enough prominence in the Puranic stage as well. Since he is the god of love, he is portrayed as a young, handsome, and a confident man who has the responsibility of ensuring that life on earth never stops. He has wonderful ways of uniting two lovers. One of them is very similar to that of Cupid, shooting an arrow and making a person fall in love with the one who yearns for him or her. Unlike the arrows of warfare, Kamadeva carries 5 kinds of arrows made of white lotus, ashoka tree flowers, mango tree flowers, jasmine, and blue lotus. With a bow made of sugarcane, Kamadeva aims at different areas of the body. For instance, the arrow that hits the heart causes infatuation. The one aimed at the lips leads to excitement. The one directed at the mind causes maddening love. The one that focuses on the eyes causes hallucination. And the last arrow aims at the whole body to cause the target to become fully absorbed in love. Another characteristic of Lord Kamadeva is that he has a parrot as his vehicle. The choice of the Vahana is not random. Parrots are known for their affectionate nature towards one another and their ability to speak like humans. Moreover, they are monogamous. All these qualities make them a perfect companion for the god of love, as parrots are wise when it comes to the matters of the heart. Kamadeva is also accompanied by cuckoos and humming bees, a symbol of the spring. Wherever he travels, he creates a romantic atmosphere for he has the season of flowers and a romantic gentle breeze traveling with him. However, being a matchmaker is not easy. It can even cost one's life. After the death of his first wife Sati, Lord Shiva went into seclusion. He grew apart from the worldly desires and became heavily engrossed in meditation. Meanwhile, a demon named Tadakasur creates havoc in the heavens, for he had been bestowed by Lord Brahma a boon that made him more powerful than even Vishnu and Shiva himself. He had received a boon from Brahma that he could not be defeated by any other god except the child of Shiva, who was yet not born. So all the Devas came together to break Shiva's meditation and get him a suitable mate, Parvati. Parvati, an incarnation of Sati, was trying hard to grab Shiva's attention, but to no avail as her beloved was in deep meditation. Who could be better at matchmaking than Kamadeva? So the king of the Devas, Indra, summons him and assigns him this dangerous mission that invites Shiva's wrath. He instructs Lord Kamadeva to fill Shiva's heart with a desire to marry Parvati so they could produce a child who in turn could kill the demon Tadakasur. Armed with all his necessary love weapons and his wife Rati, Kamadeva sets on the journey to Shiva's abode to fulfill this divine task. He escapes Shiva's guard Nandi by taking the form of the fragrant southern breeze and enters Shiva's abode. On entering Shiva's meditation place, he creates an untimely spring with the chirping of birds and the blossoming of flowers. Finding the right moment, Kamadeva shoots his arrow at Shiva and thus breaks his meditation. Shiva soon becomes distracted by Parvati, but is also surprised at the sudden change in his behavior. He immediately realizes who is the culprit behind the entire episode. Furious, he confronts Kamadeva and immediately reduces him to ashes with his third eye. Seeing her husband incinerated, Rati becomes inconsolable as the man behind all pleasures and happiness, not just in her life but all over the world, is no more. Seeing her plight, Shiva resurrects Kamadeva. However, he is now in a bodiless form. It is at this moment that the spirit of Kamadeva fills the entire cosmos, filling every being with feelings of love, desire, passion, and longing. Shiva and Parvati married and gave birth to Kartikeya, who later killed Tadakasur and saved the universe. According to Puranic scriptures, including the Shiva Purana, the Kalika Purana, the Brahma Vaivarta Purana, and the Matsya Purana, Kama is considered as the son of goddess of wealth Lakshmi and the preserver god Vishnu. This is during their incarnation in the world as Krishna and Rukmini, when Kama was born as their son Pradyumna. There are a few other stories associated with the works of Kama with respect to other gods. In another story, once Kamadev tried to cast a spell on Lord Krishna too. Kamadev placed a bet that Krishna will be attracted towards the gopis, who were even more sensuous and beautiful than Apsaras. Krishna accepted the bet and started performing ras amongst the gopis. Yet, he remained untouched by lust, which is how Kama understood that Krishna was none other than Vishnu himself.